Speaking of backwards, New York City, once the Big Apple, once literally the center of planet Earth and the greatest city on Earth, the city that I lived in starting in 1999 till 2013. I was there for 9/11. Most of my formative struggle years of being a starving comic in New York City were all there, the good times and the bad, just literally at times barely having $20 and just trying to make it and all of those things. New York City, do I have to tell you why New York City is great? Like, no, you get it. Except it ain't great anymore. And listen to the results of the Democrat primary last night. Zohran Mamdani, big Hamas supporter, he got 43.5% of the vote. Andrew Cuomo, the failed governor who's gay and black and a woman and disabled and has a series of other problems apparently, he only got 36.3% of the vote. Brad Lander, who's just a progressive loser nobody, he got 11%. Adrienne Adams, never heard of her, never going to say her name again. But this is an absolute disaster. Look, New York City has choice ranked voting, so you can vote for more than one person. In essence, you say who you want to go up first. But they have chosen this guy, Zohran Mamdani, to be the Democrat nominee. Now, in the fall will be the main election. So he's not mayor, let's be clear about this. This was the Democrat primary, but Democrats always win. It hasn't been since Rudy Giuliani that there's been a Republican mayor. And ironically, what happened under Giuliani, the city was safe and clean, and Times Square had suddenly Disney characters instead of crack addicts, et cetera, et cetera. But they've gone through a long list of Democrats, and Democrats usually win in New York, and we'll see what happens. Eric Adams is going to run as an independent. He's the current mayor, who's been pretty much a big disaster himself. So there's a series of problems that they have here. But Charlie Kirk, I thought, nailed it quite nicely. The Muslim socialist running for New York City mayor, Zohran Mamdani, is also obviously a con man. The only people dumb enough to support him are college educated. This poll is the single most damning indictment of higher education in America that I've seen. Mamdani is Muhammad Mao. So look at this. For this, according to Emerson College, which they do quite good polling, Cuomo leads Mamdani among voters without four-year college degrees, 61 to 39%, while Mamdani leads Cuomo among college-educated voters, 62 to 38. So the more educated you are, in some sense, the dumber you actually get. Does that surprise you, knowing everything we know about Harvard and Columbia and Yale, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera? So it's ironic. It's ironic. It's the educated elites who are going to usher in the thing that will destroy the city more than anything else. And I suppose in some sense it's not ironic, because often the educated elite become so out of touch that they usher in all of the bad ideas. As I've gotten older, I've realized that staying healthy isn't just about living longer, it's about feeling good while you do it. And for me, nutrition plays a huge part in that. That's why I've started using Balance of Nature. It's an easy way to get the nutrients from 31 different fruits and vegetables without having to prep, cook, or clean. These are real, whole foods, gently dried to preserve their nutrients and packed into capsules. No fillers, no junk, just good, clean produce. They also haven't raised prices in 10 years, and they're keeping it that way. They also include a fiber and spice supplement that rounds it all out. It's a supplement designed to support energy, digestion, and overall wellness. Right now, you can make a fresh start to and receive 35% off your first order and a free bottle of fiber and spice when you become a preferred customer. Just head on over to balanceofnature.com and use code Rubin. Again, that's balanceofnature.com/Rubin. Here is video of Zohran calling out Donald Trump.
We have won because New Yorkers have stood up for a city they can afford. A city where they can do more than just struggle. One where those who toil in the night can enjoy the fruits of their labor in the day. And where public safety keeps us truly safe. And it's where the mayor will use their power to reject Donald Trump's fascism, to stop mass ICE agents from deporting our neighbors, and to govern our city as a model for the Democratic Party.
A city they can afford. Well, he is a socialist. He calls himself a Democrat socialist. And of course, they don't need the word Democrat. He's a socialist. And when he's talking about city they can afford, he is talking about massive rent controls. And what does that do? Well, that's like socialism 101. You tell people who build things, we're going to have all these new regulations and you're only going to be charged this much. The market is not allowed to decide. And over time, what happens? People get trapped in a cycle of poverty. Nobody wants to go to a city like that and build and innovate and everything else. And then people also become resentful of the people who own things. So they're going to instigate a class war. I said it yesterday, and I've been saying it for weeks. If you are Jewish, it does not matter if this guy wins or loses in some sense in the fall. Get out of that city. There are going to be pogroms in that city. It is obvious.